From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Monday morning. We're tracking just a few of these light showers up in the Cascades and also in the Blue Mountains. It's going to be snow and elevations of above 3,000 feet up to around 3,500 feet a little bit later in the day. We are tracking some fog. It's patchy at times, pretty thick at times in portions of the lower Columbia Basin, also in the Yakima Valley and up in the Cascades. So in those areas, take it slow if you're about to hit the roadways and use the low beams. Right now, temperatures are in the mid to upper 30s in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys. We're right at freezing in the Tri-Cities, so you would maybe have to break out the ice scraper for this morning. The same thing in Hermiston, but just a little bit too warm for that in the Blue Foothills as we're sitting in the low to mid to even upper 40s at times. So here's the bottom line for the forecast. Showers today mainly in the foothills and mountains. It's going to be a similar setup into Tuesday. Much drier for Wednesday and beyond, and turning a little bit colder for Thanksgiving Day and beyond. So I'll show you what we can expect around here for the holiday. Also tell you what to expect if you're traveling elsewhere. That's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, police are looking for a suspect who was charging concert goers at the Toyota Center to park. The KPD says he didn't even work there. We have what to do if you've fallen prey to this. And a plane makes an emergency landing in Oregon over the weekend after a mechanical issue. We have the details. Also ahead, it is Thanksgiving week and local students are helping give back to families in need. Riley Fitzgerald with that story. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Monday, November 25th. We're going to start your top stories off in a crime alert. The Kennewick Police Department is asking the public to contact them if they were charged for parking while attending a concert on Saturday at the Toyota Center. Officers were alerted of two people charging concert goers for parking across the street in a gravel lot when they shouldn't have been. Officers arrested Denixon Duarte de Villa at the scene, and they say de Villa and another person were not working the event and they're not employees of the Toyota Center. They're still looking for the second person, so call KPD if you know anything. The College Place Police Department is asking for the public's help in finding the person responsible for a possible burglary at Costless Carpet. It happened Friday morning on the 800 block of Northeast Rose Street. Investigators say the glass of the front door was smashed, and inside there were other damages and signs of a burglary. A safe with thousands of dollars was also taken from the store. So if you have any information, call College Place PD. Four Washington State Patrol troopers escaped serious injuries after their patrol cars were hit by suspected DUI drivers. Now, all four crashes happened Saturday night into Sunday morning in King County. The first crash involved a trooper trying to stop a car from going into an intersection. The driver was passed out behind the wheel and hit the patrol car. Two other patrol cars were hit while the troopers had stopped for a hit-and-run crash, and authorities say the person was driving under the influence. Now, a third trooper was on their way to the scene of this crash, and authorities say they were also hit by another person driving under the influence. All three drivers were arrested on suspicion of DUI. In Oregon this morning, a small plane makes an emergency landing in Oregon after a mechanical issue. Now, this happened in Union County in the eastern part of the state Saturday. The pilot ran into trouble at 21,000 feet as he was flying from Seattle to Texas. He landed his plane on a road, examined it to see if there was any damage, and then took off and landed a short time later at Union County Airport. An investigation is underway to determine what caused the mechanical issue. Severe weather has been battering the states of Oregon and Washington recently, and one University of Washington student is thankful to be alive after he walked away after a tree fell on his car. Bridget Chavez reports the student was trapped inside as first responders worked to free him.
I can't even believe I walked away from that.
And without a scratch.
In fact, these are the same glasses I was wearing.
Tyson Ramirez was driving home Tuesday night when this tree was uprooted and fell right on top of his car.
I kind of just slumped back in my chair, or in my seat a little bit, bracing for impact, and sure enough, the tree crashed. I tried to open my driver's side door, no use. The tree was totally horizontal on my car, pinning both the driver's side and the passenger side door, and I was stuck.
Ramirez says bystanders came over to check on him and called 911. One of them even took photos for him while they waited for help to arrive.
She said, well, do you want me to take your picture? Because, and her reasoning, she said, well, you might never get to see this angle again. So at first it threw me off, but then she was right. It was really a lot of shock, but also, even in the moment, even as I was trapped, a bit of gratefulness.
Ramirez says he was pinned in the car for about 90 minutes before firefighters were able to get him to safety where his parents were waiting.
And once I was pulled out, I gave them the tightest hug. I was so thankful to go home that night.
His mom grateful her son walked away unscathed.
I like happy endings.
Heck, everybody was okay.
A giant hole in crime tape have replaced the giant tree that fell on Ramirez's car. He says he still can't believe it happened.
You see it in TV shows, you see it in movies, but you never expect this to happen in real life.
Calling it nothing short of a miracle.
Whether it be angels, whether it be God, the amazing firefighters at Squad 31, I was really blessed that night.
Since the storm, as of last night, power has been restored to about 97% of Puget Sound Energy customers. And officials say the storm caused one of the largest outages in recent years. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, power outages have been popping up throughout the state, as we were just talking about, and the University of Washington is warning people about health risks when this happens. We go over them after the break. But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will have your first alert weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222.
Indulge in Legends Casino's seafood buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
Shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and cheeks and mouth and
skilled professionals helping you to be your best. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Give the gift of me time this year with a gift card.
I'm loving a pizza, Tony's Big Cheese Pizza, loving a pizza. I'm loving a pizza, Tony's Big Cheese Pizza, and Yakima's hometown.
Mom, let's order a large pepperoni pizza.
For Tony Big Cheese Pizza.
Good idea. I'll order it now. Tony's lets me order online or by phone.
When you want lunch or dinner the delicious, easy way, come to Yakima's Hometown Pizzeria.
We can't wait to see you at Tony's Big Cheese Pizza in the Safeway Plaza at 24th and Nob Hill.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0% APR for up to 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Monday Night Hockey returns to free TV. This time, the Kraken take their game to the Golden State for a battle you won't want to miss. Kraken, Ducks. Pre-game at 6:30 tonight on MeTV.
Thank you guys for making Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest and ABC's Good Morning America the most watched morning news on local TV.
Thank you.
What's new, what's now, and what's next? Plus first alert weather every 10 minutes. Wake up with Apple Valley News Now.
We're on your side.
On your side.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222.
Baltimore battles the LA Chargers Monday Night Football tonight. Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a tour of our mountain passes this morning, at least the big ones. We're going to start off with Snoqualmie Pass at I-90. It's a little slushy here. Traction tires are advised, and then traction tires are required at White Pass off of US 12 as it's packed snow here. So just please be very safe on that stretch of highway in Yakima County. And then let's take it over to the Blue Mountains, where for Meacham and Cabbage Hill, it's not looking too dangerous for this morning. But for Tollgate at Oregon 204, packed snow, so you got to carry chains here. It is required by law. Let's take it back down to the lower elevations for today. Here's your day planner. By 8 this morning, temperatures mostly in the 30s. We could have some low 40s in the foothills. And then by lunchtime, all of us will be in the 40s. And then by 4 p.m., it's the same thing. All of us will be in the 40s, maybe even some upper 30s in the Kittitas Valley at this point. The best coverage of wet weather for today is going to be in the foothills and in the mountains. Should be mostly dry for the basin and for the valleys. Highs will end up in the 40s, which means it's going to be seasonal for this time of the year. Okay, now let's show you what to expect if you're going to be traveling over the next few days. First for Seattle, temperatures here in the mid to upper 40s. Definitely better chance of wet weather for today as opposed to Tuesday or Wednesday. And Portland, the rainfall cycle is going to be the same. Looks like the wettest day is going to be on Monday. Should be drier for Tuesday and Wednesday. These highs up around 50 degrees. And of course, it's going to be much colder in Spokane as we'll be up into the low to mid 40s. Overnight lows down into the 30s. Overall, small shower chances. I'll show you what to expect for Thanksgiving if you're going to stick around these parts for the holiday. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In your health news this morning, the University of Washington Medicine is warning people about health risks that can happen during power outages. When the power goes out, people use generators, which creates a threat of carbon monoxide poisoning. The medical director of emergency services at Harborview Medical says bringing outside heating sources inside is dangerous.
People bring kind of external heat sources and stoves and fires into their home. And when that happens, it releases toxic gas in the home that can cause some pretty significant health effects. It's like a odorless gas that can kill you. And so, you know, people generally with mild carbon monoxide poisoning will have headaches, kind of foggy thinking, generalized fatigue.
He advises installing carbon monoxide alarms in your home because they could save your life. Also call 911 if you have any of the symptoms. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, it is Thanksgiving week and local students are helping give back to families in need. We have that story in just a few minutes.
Since 1968, Sundown M Ranch has helped over 200,000 patients and families recover from the effects of substance use disorders.
I was ashamed, humiliated, and not sure if I could be helped, but I listened and found a completely different way to live by spending time at Sundown.
I did not believe there was a way out of the dark hole my life had become. Sundown M Ranch provided a foundation for me to find a new way to live.
Sundown M Ranch. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Owning a food truck was my dream, but my back and leg pain made every day a struggle. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to being the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
In a world where every customer wins, only one event will completely change the vehicle shopping experience for Eastern Washington. The competition is fierce, but the rewards are all yours. Because when we push the limits, you drive away with more. This is an all-out battle for sales supremacy as all McCurley locations compete to provide you with the best experience, the vehicle you've been waiting for. Will you find your way home? Hurry in today and save big before the countdown ends.
Save on a new Subaru Crosstrek today during the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event from McCurley Subaru.
festive lights from the sky.
We've been putting up Christmas lights from the get-go. It's been a lot of fun. We get a lot of people that come by.
A holiday celebration on Fly the Northwest.
It's always a pleasure to see the cars driving by.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Everybody thawing out those birds?
Live's counting down to Turkey Day. And next live, former President Bill Clinton, plus Kylie Cantrell from Descendants.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
The Kraken battle the Ducks in Anaheim, 6:30 tonight on MeTV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is going to be a cool day, but seasonal, as highs will end up in the 40s, and the best coverage of showers is going to be in the foothills and in the mountains. Winds should be pretty light for the most part, except they could gust out of the south and southeast, upwards of 20 miles per hour in the Blue Mountains. And then for tonight, it's going to be pretty cold, folks, as we'll be down into the 20s and 30s in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, right around freezing in the lower Columbia Basin, and we're going to be just a smidge warmer than that in the foothills. So most of us in the basin and in the valley should have to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing. More widespread wet weather at that point. We'll touch on that in a second with Futurecast, but first you can see some snow showers up in the Blue Mountains, also up in the Cascades, and the elevations above 3,000 feet. Snow levels raising up to around 3,500 feet a little bit later in the day. So let's put all this into motion. We stopped this around lunchtime. You can see, again, the best coverage in the foothills and in the mountains. But then as we head into this evening, it looks like it could become a little bit more widespread, especially for the basin and also into the foothills and the mountains some more. But then into tomorrow, it's going to be more foothills and mountains coverage as opposed to the valleys and basins, which should be pretty dry overall. So over the next 48 hours, as you would expect, it would be the Cascades and the Blues and the Blue foothills that will have the best rainfall totals possible, but only between 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch, probably less than 1/10 of an inch for the valleys and for the basin. Snow level is going to be between 2,000 and 3,500 feet over the next 48 hours, so snowfall totals not that impressive. A couple inches for a Cascade Passes, probably less than 1 inch for Cabbage Hill and the Battle Mountain Summit, and between 4 to 6 inches for Tollgate at Oregon 204. So right about where my finger is where we're going to see the biggest impacts. All right, into Thanksgiving Day, we're trending much drier across the region, also colder, so we'll be about 5 degrees below average for Thanksgiving Day. We could be about 5 to 10 degrees below average by the time we get to this weekend. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Small shower chances Monday and Tuesday, dry past Wednesday and turning colder by Thanksgiving. In Yakima, maybe a shower for Monday, but dry for Tuesday and beyond, with highs hovering around 40 for Thursday through Sunday. Then in Ellensburg, a shower is possible for Monday, dry past Tuesday, with highs struggling to make it out of the 30s for Thursday and beyond. Then for Hermiston, small chances for wet weather today and tomorrow, dry past Wednesday with colder temps for Turkey Day. Then for Walla Walla, roughly 50-50 shower chances Monday and Tuesday, dry for Thanksgiving, and maybe a flurry for the morning of Black Friday.
Thank you, Josh. Making a difference this morning, families picked up meals from the Richland School District's annual turkey drive. Now, this is for RSD families in need of some support for this season. There were nearly 200 families that received a turkey and a basket of food. One parent says it's nice knowing she won't have to worry about anything for Thanksgiving this year.
For our family, it's just been a huge help. We're a one-income family. I have multiple sclerosis, I'm on disability, and we have a large family, a family of 6, and one income on a family of 6, and today's world is a little bit tighter to finagle everything. And so it's really just helps make sure that we get everything, and that we have everything, and that we're able to even share with others too.
This community-based transition center is a program of around 26 Richland School District students, and after holding a middle school non-perishable food drive and fundraising around the community for the perishable items, they had everything they needed for this year's turkey drive. And to find this full story on the turkey drive and hear from students, head to our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, Adele is saying goodbye, but not indefinitely. We have what it is and more of your entertainment news after the break.
Celebrate the season at Walla Walla's Holiday Barrel Weekend, December 6th through the 8th. Enjoy wine straight from the barrel, festive markets, charming shops, and the dazzling parade of lights. It's the perfect holiday weekend for the whole family. Visit Walla Walla December 6th through the 8th and taste the season. Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some. Gimme Some Bagels.
Babe, the dishwasher is broken. How are we gonna get it replaced before the holidays?
Swing into Fred's Appliance for our Black Friday Super Sale and experience unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region. The lowest price ever for a Bosch dishwasher, only $3.99 after rebate. These Bosch dishwashers offer quiet operation, advanced water efficiency, and a variety of cycle options to clean your dishes every time perfectly. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
Prosser Memorial Health orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist Dr. Tegan Goodell is now caring for patients at Prosser Orthopedic Center. Dr. Goodell brings his expertise in sports injuries and advanced arthroscopic procedures to the community, offering comprehensive care to athletes and active individuals throughout the region. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Goodell, call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Legends Casino Hotel is giving away a 2025 Honda Pilot on December 26th. Plus, gift boxes of cash up to $10,000 every Thursday. Use your Legends Rewards card all month long for your chance to win $2, $4, $8, and $10,000. We know we tried giving away cars for Christmas as stocking stuffers and under the tree, but they just wouldn't fit. So this year, we just put a big sloppy bow on the Honda Pilot, and you'll have to come get it after Christmas.
Celebrate the season at Walla Walla's Holiday Barrel Weekend, December 6th through the 8th. Enjoy wine straight from the barrel, festive markets, charming shops, and the dazzling parade of lights. It's the perfect holiday weekend for the whole family. Visit Walla Walla December 6th through the 8th and taste the season.
Baltimore battles the LA Chargers Monday Night Football tonight. Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In entertainment news, this next story is pretty funny. So Cher has been part of American pop culture for about 60 years, but we're learning new tidbits about the legendary singer and actress.
And she's revealing she actually learned things about herself later in life.
So she just released a new book called Cher, the Memoir, Part 1, and in it she reveals she was born with a different name than what she thought it was for decades.
Cher explains her mother named her Cheryl, and she thought her name was Sherilyn. She found out her legal name was different in 1979 when she decided to change her name to Cher.
Don't you hate when that happens? Well, Cher's new book was released last week. And now to another singer known for her smash hit Hello. Adele is saying goodbye.
But don't worry, she's not saying goodbye to music, just to her Las Vegas residency.
She was teary-eyed when she made her farewell speech at her last show on Saturday.
She says she'll miss weekends with Adele at the Coliseum at Caesars Palace.
And the superstar says she took the residency instead of touring to give her 11-year-old son a more normal life.
Adele says she's thankful for her partner, Rich Paul, for making her feel like she could do what she wanted.
Oh. And out of some sad news, renowned game show host Chuck Woolery has died at the age of 83.
Woolery was host of popular shows such as Love Connection and Scrabble. He was also the original host of Wheel of Fortune. His podcast co-host confirmed the death, saying he passed away at his home in Texas with his wife by his side.
And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30, changes are well underway at Vista Field in Kennewick as construction begins for the first sector. And one of the places opening up is a Japanese restaurant. We hear from the owner on what we can expect, and that's in your next half hour.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, West Richland, Pasco, and Hermiston. It's time to start thinking of gifts for your friends and family. Smoke City for Less has all kinds of great ideas, like favorite character bags, trays, accessories, candles, and incense. And if your loved one is hard to shop for, get them a gift card so they can get what they want. Lowest prices and the largest selection of vape mods and the best batteries, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. Check them out this season. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Monday Night Hockey returns to free TV. This time, the Kraken take their game to the Golden State for a battle you won't want to miss. Kraken, Ducks. Pre-game at 6:30 tonight on MeTV.
Lose yourself in the magic of the most wonderful time of the year at Cirque Dreams Holidays. It's the perfect gift for the entire family.
Cirque Dreams Holidays, December 5th. Tickets on sale now at CapitolTheater.org.
Umatilla County Fire District Number 1, Eastern Oregon's largest emergency services provider, is hiring paramedics and firefighter EMTs to join our highly trained team of first responders. Excellent pay and benefits with great opportunities for advancement. Apply now at ucfd1.org.
We all have that friend with amazing skin. Don't just envy her. Get glowing skin of your own with a professional facial, customized just for you. Massage Envy, where better skin begins. Give the gift of me time this year with a gift card.
Shopping online for a Purple mattress? We get it. With Purple's unique Gel Flex grid and multiple foam layers, you'll experience effortless sleep that's motion adaptive, temperature balanced, pressure relieving, and ultra supportive. But which Purple mattress is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. And during our Black Friday sale, save up to $1,000 on mattress and base bundles and get an instant gift. Shop Purple at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect Purple.
Come discover our hand-picked collections at D-Lynn's Boutique. Whether you're shopping for a cozy weekend getaway or a special night out, D-Lynn's Boutique has everything you need to shine this winter. Visit us in-store or online and let us help you wrap the season in style.
I'm loving a pizza, Tony's Big Cheese Pizza, loving a pizza. I'm loving a pizza, Tony's Big Cheese Pizza, and Yakima's Hotel.
How about a pizza from Tony's Big Cheese for dinner tonight?
And with some amazing cheese bread.
And yummy chicken wings. I want Segway.
When you want lunch or dinner the delicious, easy way, come to Yakima's Hometown Pizzeria.
We can't wait to see you at Tony's Big Cheese Pizza in the Safeway Plaza at 24th and Nob Hill.
Election night 2024 may be over.
Donald Trump will be the 47th President of the United States.
As the transition of power moves forward, stay with ABC News and Apple Valley News Now for the coverage you trust. Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
The Kraken battle the Ducks in Anaheim, 6:30 tonight on MeTV.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, it is feeling cold out there.
Yes.
I just put my Christmas tree up. We were just talking about that because it's, it's feeling like winter. Thanksgiving gets 1 week and then it's back to Christmas.
Absolutely. You're right about that. Tell me your favorite Thanksgiving song.
Green beans, potatoes, tomatoes. There we go.
That's the only one, right?
Yeah. Well, there's the Bob's Burger one.
Sure.
The Linda song. I forgot how it goes. It's like turkey, and then I don't even know. I'll have to look.
But you hit the nail on the head. We get like 1 week for Thanksgiving, then after that it's off to the races to Christmas. All right now let's go ahead and take a look at temperatures out there as we're in the mid to upper 30s in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys. We're right around freezing in the Tri-Cities and Hermiston, and we are in the 40s in the foothills of the Blue Mountains. So if you did have to break out the ice scraper for this morning, it would be either in the basin or in the valleys. This morning we are seeing some fog now, even starting to impact the Tri-Cities. It's impacted Yakima, the Hanford site, Sunnyside, up in the Cascades. So in those areas, prep to take it slow out there and to use the low beams. We are tracking some showers this morning in the Blue Mountains, also up in the Cascades. Snow showers in elevations above 3,000 feet. A little bit later today, they'll be raising up to around 3,500 feet. Let's take it back down to lower elevations. Here's your umbrella cast for today for the Tri-Cities. You can see pretty consistent low wind shower chances throughout the day, so pretty low wind chance you would need the umbrella. So for today, it's going to be seasonal. It's going to be cold. We're going to have highs in the 40s. The best coverage of showers today is going to be up in the foothills and the mountains. And I'll have a zone-by-zone look at today's forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now, ground is moving at Vista Field in Kennewick. At the former airfield, the plan is to create a regional town center. The construction for the first private sector business has begun. Kuki Izakaya will be a restaurant serving Japanese and Korean food as well as cocktails. Now, owner Isabel Na, who owns 2 local restaurants in Richland, says she wants to grow culture within the community and become a part of people's special moments.
Think about your special moment. Food is always with us. Your wedding, even like giving birth. The husband, they come to my sushi restaurant and they order lots of sashimi and sushi roll and for their wives. So it's actually always with us, like first date or date night or birthday party or events like today. Food is always with us, and I want to be a part of your life.
The Japanese restaurant is set to open in September or October of next year. The Port of Kennewick anticipates for more groundbreakings to happen during the spring, and the Vista Field project has been going on for years, but the port says while they don't always do things right now, they've been committed to doing things right. Yakima's community Christmas tree has arrived downtown. It's now standing in the middle of Millennium Plaza across from the Capitol Theater. The tree is about 25 feet tall, donated by Yakima area residents Barry and Jan Rosenkranz, and this is for the 2nd year in a row. The community is invited to come out and help decorate the tree on Wednesday, November 27th. That's this Wednesday, and the official tree lighting ceremony will be on December 1st at the end of the holiday market. And the annual lighted parade will also be on that same day, Sunday, December 1st.
I think that's the most exciting part for me, is being able to flip the switch, light it up, and make it happen. It's a great feeling inside, knowing that the things that you're able to do for your community.
The holiday market will be from 2 to 6 p.m., featuring local vendors and live music, followed by the lighted parade and the tree lighting. Making a difference for the 16th year, Benton County reined in National Adoption Day with an important ceremony with 2 families finalizing adoptions. Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald introduces us to one family who's cared for their newly adopted son since he was just a week old.
While outside, it was dreary, cold, and rainy. Inside the Benton County Justice Center, it was anything but. Tender, warm, light, and so very important.
Not always do people walk into a courtroom and see so many smiles.
Correct. Or children. Children are normally not allowed. Cookies and kids in courtrooms don't really mix. So it's a very special informal ceremony for today.
At Benton and Franklin County's National Adoption Day, 2 families are checking off day 1 out of a lifetime of change.
We have more than 9,200 children in Washington state that are currently living in foster care. About 1,300 of these children are legally free right now to be adopted into new families.
The first adoption finalized, a step family, where a stepdad became the legal father of a young girl. Then the second, a foster adoption. Jay ended up with the Kaufman family at just 7 days old. Now, nearly 5 years later, he's a Kaufman.
This little boy, we felt very strongly that God gave him to us and that he was supposed to be a part of our family. And as time went on, that proved itself to be more and more the case.
Audrey Kaufman explains it was her father who was really the one to inspire her to become a foster mom.
He just always taught us that to whom much is given, much is required. And I was given so much, and I just felt like I've been given so much, I should be giving back from what I've been given.
Kaufman explains Jay is silly and getting more witty as he's grown. He loves to sing and draw and play. Guest speaker John Rosenau is the Franklin County Assessor.
Times have changed an awful lot on adoption. I'm going to get a little choked up. Because nearly 70 years ago, I was adopted.
He says back then everything about adoption was hush-hush. No one talked about it.
But I was raised by a family that from the time that I can remember didn't hide the fact that I was adopted.
Rosenau went on to adopt children too.
It is a special thing, adoption.
It's a special thing, but that doesn't necessarily mean it takes a special person. Kaufman says it just takes a willing heart to do the hard stuff and give these kids a safe place to be. In Benton County, Riley Fitzgerald, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Riley. And there were resources at National Adoption Day, like the Children's Developmental Center, Coordinated Care Health, and Unaccompanied Refugee Minor Foster Care. Now, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Thanksgiving is on Thursday, and many of you will be spending the day preparing a turkey. But according to the USDA, one common preparation may be doing more harm than good. We go over what that is after the break.
Baltimore battles the LA Chargers Monday Night Football tonight. Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
I got sandwiched between two trucks and trailers.
The insurance company tried to trick Michael.
The worst part was they hired a private investigator to stalk me for 2 years.
But he knew my number, 853-2222.
He taught him a lesson. We both taught him a lesson.
I made the insurance company pay.
He got me 5 times more than what I expected. This law firm is the best in Yakima, period.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Hi, I'm Dawn Stone, and this is my husband, Randy.
And we built this kitchen.
No, Tim did.
Hi.
You see, our kitchen used to look like this. It just wasn't us. So I went to PAR, and that's where I met Gail, who helped me choose my cabinets, countertops, and hardware at the PAR Design Center, and we love the results. So you could say I designed this kitchen.
Yep.
PAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
Thank you for making Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest and ABC's Good Morning America the most watched morning news on local TV.
Thank you so much.
What's new, what's now, and what's next? Plus first alert weather every 10 minutes. Wake up with Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
New Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold or Flu Fizzy Chews. Chew, fizz. Feel better fast. No water needed. New Alka-Seltzer Plus Fizzy Chews.
McCurry's been around so long. A lot of people bought their cars here. Our customers are somebody that wants to be able to come back to us after they buy that car for whatever reason.
Which is one of the reasons we do take so much effort in making sure that they're going to be drivable for a long period of time.
So it's your daily journey. And so it's a lot more than just purchasing or something or a quick transaction. We're going to be here tomorrow to help you with whatever's on the car. Buying pre-owned with McCurry means your vehicle meets a higher standard.
Find your way home in a McCurry certified pre-owned vehicle from Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities.
Festive lights from the sky.
We've been putting up Christmas lights from the get-go. It's been a lot of fun. We get a lot of people that come by.
A holiday celebration on Fly the Northwest.
It's always a pleasure to see the cars driving by.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Everybody thawing out those birds?
Live's counting down to Turkey Day. And next live, former President Bill Clinton, plus Kylie Cantrell from Descendants.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We're going to start off in Kittitas County, where these highs are going to be in the upper 30s to mid-40s. The best coverage of showers today is going to be up in the Cascades. Snow levels around 3,000 feet for this morning, up to around 3,500 feet by this afternoon. Then in the Yakima Valley, mostly dry. Can't rule out a shower or two. These highs getting into the low to mid-40s. Light winds overall, and then in the lower Columbia Basin is also going to be light winds here. And these highs into the middle to upper 40s, so a triangle of 48s for Hermiston, Umatilla, and Boardman. mostly dry here as well. Then in the foothills of the Blue Mountains, a slightly better chance of showers and even better chance up in the mountains proper. But these high temperatures are going to be up around 50 degrees, albeit they could be a little bit colder in the higher terrain with temperatures in the low to mid 40s in places like Ukiah. By the way, this is where we're going to see the strongest wind gusts for today, only gusting out of the south and southeast, though upwards of 20 miles per hour. Now let's talk about where our water year numbers stand right now after all the storm systems we had just last week. So again, these are the seasonal rainfall deficits and surpluses, and when you see green on this graphic, that means surpluses. We have surpluses across the map right now. Very good stuff. Look at this. Yakima, Tri-Cities, 65 to 70% above average for this time of the year. The snowpack also in a very good position right now as we're seeing surpluses in all of our basins. However, I think these numbers are going to take a hit with drier weather on the way. So I'll show you that and some colder weather as well. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now, Thanksgiving will soon be here, and that means many of us will spend hours preparing a turkey dinner. One thing you don't want to bring to the holiday table is food poisoning. Consumer Reports reveals the one thing many of us get wrong that could make our guests seriously sick.
Rinsing off the bird is what many of us do with our Thanksgiving turkeys before they hit the oven. Spoiler alert, according to Consumer Reports and the USDA, rinsing won't make your poultry any safer. In fact, you may be doing more harm than good.
Rinsing raw poultry won't eliminate salmonella or other harmful bacteria that can make you sick. Only cooking it to 165 degrees can do that. However, what rinsing will do is increase the chances of cross-contamination in your kitchen.
That's because bacteria can easily spread to the sink, faucet, countertop, you name it. It's something home cook Marina Farrow has known for years.
I don't like washing a turkey because I'm very scared of contamination. I don't like to put it in the sink. I don't like to splash anything because it just gets everywhere.
So how should you prep your turkey? First, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds with soap and warm water. If you want to remove the raw turkey slime, pat the bird with a damp paper towel, discard it, and then immediately wash your hands again. And then
I season it the way I want it, and I put it into the tray, and it goes into the oven.
And here's another warning. Be careful of those spice containers. Research has shown they can be covered in bacteria, which can easily spread to your hands and then the food you're preparing. To play it safe, Consumer Reports recommends pouring seasonings into a separate dish beforehand and discard what you don't use. You may also want to wipe down the containers after use. And don't forget to wash your hands before and after you check that online recipe. Research has found your phone may be teeming with bacteria that can travel to everything you touch, including food. This is Jaima Crespo.
Also be mindful of your sponges. Those are hotbeds of bacteria. Sanitize them in the dishwasher or microwave wet ones for 1 minute. And if they start to smell, that's your cue to throw them away. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, egg prices are significantly up from just 1 year ago. We have the details and more of your top stories coming up in your morning sprint. But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your full weather forecast. Keep it here. We will be right back.
Turkey? Check. Cranberries. Stuffing? Pie? Check, check, check. Potatoes, sweet and mashed? Check. Now what about that post-turkey nap? Don't worry. The Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress has you covered. Shop today and save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Take up to $500 off select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Or get 60 months no interest financing and free shipping. The Black Friday Super Sale on now at Denver Mattress.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
1 in 3 Americans have pre-diabetes. Making simple lifestyle changes now can help reverse it. Get tips at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Diabetes Awareness Month, sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Huge Black Friday savings start Tuesday at Buy-Mart. Watch for it in your mailbox. There's 20 pages full of extreme deals store-wide. Save $130 on a Philips 75-inch HD Roku TV. Eureka's Blaze 3-in-1 stick vacuum is just $19.99 after $20 off. Get an Orion LED shop light for just $9.99. Save $100 on Avanti's 7 cubic foot chest freezer. Wrestler men's straight leg regular fit jeans are just $9.99. And don't forget to stock up on seasonal essentials and holiday gift favorites. 100 count mini light sets are 2 for $6. Mountain House freeze dried pouches are just $6.99. Jacobson's cookie tins are $3.99. Gourmet select popcorn tins are $6.99. Plus save 50% on socks, boxed Christmas cards, children's books, and more. From gift giving to everyday essentials, save more starting Tuesday with huge Black Friday savings only at Buy-Mart.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some. Gimme Some Bagels.
Rule number 1, no food in the edit suite. But we are feasting this week. It's a Harbaugh family Thanksgiving. I'm sure dinner won't be awkward at all. We have so much to be grateful for. Tea-delicious.
Ravens, Chargers, Monday Night Football at 5 tonight. Apple Valley News Now. A festive flight on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Today is going to be a cold day out there. We'll have highs in the 40s, but it's pretty seasonal for late November. And also we'll have some showers, although the best coverage is going to be up in the foothills and in the mountains. By the way, breezes today gusting out of the south and southeast, upwards of 20 miles per hour for the Blue Mountains. Elsewhere, winds should be pretty light. And then for tonight across the map, they'll be light. Overnight lows down into the 20s and 30s, so you'll probably have to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing, at least for portions of the basin and for most, if not all, of the valleys. And at this point, wet weather will be a little bit more widespread. We'll show you that with Futurecast in just a second. But first, some light showers right now in the Blues, also up in the Cascades. Snow levels around 3,000 feet. They're going to be raising up to around 3,500 feet a little bit later in the day. So now let's put all this into motion with Futurecast. We stopped this around lunchtime. You can see, again, the best coverage going to be in the foothills and in the mountains. But then into the evening, especially into the late evening, this is when things could become a little bit more widespread, starting to impact the basin and also still impacting the Blue foothills and mountains. Then into Tuesday, it's honestly going to be the exact same forecast, just a little bit drier, but the best coverage continues to be in the Cascades, the Blues, and the Blue foothills. Speaking of those three locations, that's where we'll see the most rainfall, or at least the most water over the next 48 hours, anywhere between 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch, but less than 1/10 of an inch for the valleys and for the basin. Snow levels between 2,000 and 3,500 feet over the next couple of days. So here are some of the snowfall totals we're expecting over the next couple of days. Just a couple of inches up for a Cascade passes, and probably less than an inch for Cabbage Hill and the Battle Mountain Summit, anywhere between 4 to 6 inches for Spout Springs off of Oregon 204. Okay, we'll see much drier weather into the holiday. Thanksgiving Day proper looking mostly dry. Also, it's looking cooler. We'll be about 5 degrees below average for Thanksgiving Day, and then into this weekend we could be about 5 to 10 degrees below average. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Small shower chances Monday and Tuesday, dry past Wednesday and turning colder by Thanksgiving. In Yakima, maybe a shower for Monday, but dry for Tuesday and beyond, with highs hovering around 40 for Thursday through Sunday. Then for Ellensburg, a shower possible for Monday, dry past Tuesday, with highs struggling to make it out of the 30s for Thursday and beyond. Then in Hermiston, small chances for wet weather today and tomorrow, dry for Wednesday, dry past Wednesday, with colder temps for Turkey Day. Then in Walla Walla, roughly 50-50 shower chances Monday and Tuesday, dry for Thanksgiving, maybe a flurry for the morning of Black Friday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, your Thanksgiving meal and food recalls. I do think that people can keep in mind that when they're choosing food, that they're buying food from safe sources.
California-based Grimway Farms recently expanding their E. coli recall of organic carrots to now include additional bag sizes for organic whole carrots after one person died and at least 15 people were hospitalized. The company's CEO telling ABC News that consumers should feel confident that the carrots available for purchase are safe.
Often we find that contamination happens all the way back on the farm and could be related to irrigation water.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on how to keep your Thanksgiving meal both delicious and safe. With your GMA First Look, I'm Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop joint damage and in PSA can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 6:51. It's time for your 6 o'clock morning sprint. We're going to start off with your national headlines. Officials say a ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hezbollah, the Lebanon-based militant group, is, quote, very close. The U.S. and Israel are proposing a 60-day pause in the fighting that some hope will result in a lasting ceasefire. The Lebanese Health Ministry estimates more than 3,000 people have died since Israel stepped up its campaign against Hezbollah in September. Analysts say Hezbollah is under domestic pressure to end the fighting and possibly pressure from Iran, too. Nearly 80 million people will travel this holiday week, which is up 1.7 million from 2023, and that's according to AAA. 71 million of those people will choose to drive instead of fly, as gas prices have lowered to below $3 a gallon for the first time since 2021. Meanwhile, airfares are hovering around $280 round trip, which is up 9% from last year, and that's according to the travel site Hopper. In your business news, egg prices are up more than 30% in October from just a year ago, according to the Consumer Price Index. A spike in avian flu and the upcoming holiday season are combining to make the problem even worse. Officials say rising prices could affect other egg-based items like mayonnaise and pasta. Sugar Foods is recalling its fresh gourmet tortilla strips Santa Fe style because batches of the product became contaminated with wheat. Consumers with a wheat allergy might get a serious or life-threatening reaction if they eat the tortilla strips, and the product being recalled has a best use date of June 20th, 2025. And it's official, Campbell's Soup shareholders have agreed to allow the company to drop soup from its name. It'll now be known as the Campbell's Company. Leaders say soup is now a smaller part of the company's sales, and there's more to the company. And Campbell's owns a variety of snacks and foods, including Goldfish, Pepperidge Farms, and Snyder's of Hanover. In your health headlines, it's been nearly 5 years since the pandemic hit the U.S., and new research shows during the first few years, more people turned to alcohol to cope with the stress from that period. There was also a spike in alcohol-related deaths, and now doctors are seeing more patients with liver failure, the condition that's often associated with excessive alcohol use. And the CDC says it's safe to eat boar's head deli meat again as the deadly listeria outbreak is over. It's been 2 months since the last reported illness, and there were 60 hospitalizations from the outbreak across 19 states. 10 people died as a result, and for the company, one of its plants is permanently closed. It also discontinued its liverwurst products, one of the sources of the illness. And now we go to your top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. Starting off, 2 people were charging concert goers at the Toyota Center on Saturday for parking in a gravel lot across the street. But Kennewick Police says they weren't employees working the event. Now, if you were one of those people charged, KPD is asking that you contact them. Officers arrested one of the suspects, named Denixon Duarte de Villa, at the scene, but they're still looking for the second person. And the College Place Police Department is asking for the public's help in finding the person responsible for a burglary at Costless Carpet. It happened Friday morning on the 800 block of Northeast Rose Street. A safe with thousands of dollars inside was taken from the store. If you know anything about this, call College Place PD. The executive director of the Pitbull Pen is resigning. Trish Trickett has spent 12 years working for the organization. The shelter transitioned to foster-based care recently on November 14th, and its facility is no longer in use. Amber Hall will be available if you need help with any dog-related care. The city of Pasco will be laying a wreath for each fallen hero at City View Cemetery on December 13th at 11 a.m. And this is for wreaths across America. But the city needs your help in reaching its goal of sponsoring 1,000 wreaths this year. And the last day to sponsor a wreath is tomorrow, the 26th. If you want to volunteer to lay a wreath, visit our website. Yakima's community Christmas tree has arrived in downtown. It's in the middle of Millennium Plaza, across from the Capitol Theater. The community is invited to come out and help decorate the tree this Wednesday, that's November 27th, and the official tree lighting ceremony will be on December 1st at the end of the holiday market. The annual lighted parade will follow that same day, and the holiday market takes place from 2 to 6 p.m. All right, trending this morning, an emperor penguin that ended up on an Australian beach has been released.
Hopefully the bird can now find its way back home in Antarctica. The penguin spent 20 days being looked after by a local wildlife caretaker before being released from a Parks and Wildlife Service vessel off the southern coast of Western Australia on Wednesday.
When the bird arrived on the beach earlier this month, it was malnourished, and Parks and Wildlife Service says it gained nearly 8 pounds during its recovery. Yay!
Yay. Well, emperor penguins are only found in the wilds of Antarctica. Say that 3 times fast. But they have been known to cover up to 1,000 miles on foraging trips that last up to a month.
And these pictures, he just looks so sad, like, how did I get here? And I feel like that so many times, you know, when I walk into a room and forget what I was supposed to be doing.
I feel like that was like a metaphor for something, that picture, you know?
Yeah, it's a meme in the making. Like
a conundrum.
Yeah,
a conundrum
exactly.
For sure.
Oh.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your weather for this morning, as we have some showers up in the Blue Mountains and in the Cascades. Snow levels around 3,000 feet for this morning, raising up to 3,500 feet a little bit later in the day. Right now, temperatures are sitting at freezing in Sunnyside and in Tri-Cities and in Hermiston. So in those locations, maybe you would want to break out the ice scraper for this morning. We are seeing some areas of very thick fog in the Tri-Cities, at times in the Yakima Valley, and also up in the Cascades. So in those areas, take it slow and use the low beams. Right now, temperatures, a little bit later today, temperatures will end up in the 40s. Pretty seasonal stuff. The best coverage of showers is going to be in the foothills and in the mountains, but we're looking drier and cooler into the rest of this week.
And thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website, applevalley.newsnow.com.
Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back with your local news and weather tonight, before and after Monday Night Football. Have a great day.